What's it? Second Life VR? I don't know. I haven't heard of that.
Yo, VR chat is nuts, dude. Like, if you are ever just bored or curious, I highly recommend going on VR chat on Twitch and just seeing, like, just go there and just pop into a room with a bunch of people in it and just experience it.
You
And
know, remember the experience I told you I had with in what the heck was that? Arena VR.
oh, dude, man, I love this story, man. All right, you gotta share the crowd, please, because
Oh man, it's been a while, but basically just so Arena VR is like if you don't know what it is, right? It's like you float around in the you know spaceship type setting. You're floating around in zero gravity, and you pull on things to move around, or you have thrusters on your hands you can use to fly around, and you can go into these arenas and like the idea is to throw the disc, and it's like space basketball basically.
yeah,
Throw
yeah.
the disc into a box or whatever. And there's of course a big lobby area, so you can go to like the little training area, or go to, I don't know, deck out your character's looks or whatever you want to do. But of course, when you're in this lobby area, you can interact with other people, and so the yeah, I was clearly new. It was my first time in this thing. I'm messing around, and someone's like, "Oh, hey, let me show you how to do this thing."
Uh,
Oh, okay. And they're like, "Yeah, just press this button and press that button or whatever it was." I can't remember exactly what they told me. So I go ahead and do it, and it restarts my whole shit. I was like, "Son of a bitch!" And I get back in, and I can hear this little kid just laughing his ass off. Like, "Yes, got me! Damn it, got me!" Felt so old.
Yo, and didn't you like
That's how
see
it
him
goes.
like
That's how it goes.
what's that?
I said it's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, man, they get you sometimes, man, and like you know what, like like you learn like in video games and in VR, like it's a doggy dog world, dude. Like kids, like they're Satan sometimes. Like you can't go easy on kids sometimes just because they're kids, because they'll catch you slipping. Like you gotta outsmart those little assholes sometimes. Like you just gotta get there, go there with them sometimes. Like hey, you shut up, kid. No, kid. How? No you, kid. No you. Like, because if you try to outsmart them, then they'll just out kid you, and then you'll just be the dumb adult arguing with a kid. Nobody wants
Hey
that.
man, grade school kids are the worst people. I don't want to play games with grade school kids, man. I'm too old for that shit. I don't get it.
Yo, don't play Overwatch.
Oh god, that's part of the reason. I mean, Overwatch and pretty much every other first-person shooter is why I avoid those things in multiplayer. Because I mean, first of all, I just get roasted. I am just a target. That's all. I'm a running. No, I'm not even good at that. I'm a shitty target. So, I just run around and get shot, and then yeah, and then I get fucked with by little kids. I don't need that in my life.
Dude,
I,
my brother plays Rainbow Six Siege, and like I don't know what it is about my brother and how he plays, but like they always make fun of him. No, 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 they don't make fun of him. They talk. So Rainbow Six Siege is mad fucking toxic. It's
uh,
like it might be one of the most toxic games out right now.
hmm,
Like I don't know what it is about those guys. You know what? I know exactly what it is. It's because Rainbow Six Siege it's like super hardcore. Like, it's unforgiving, like straight up accidental one hit headshot through the wall, and that dude didn't even know you were there, and he pulled the trigger on accident, and you were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like it's hardcore.
yeah,
But like my brother, like they'll like if they don't like how you play, they'll message you and bully you, or they'll like team kill you. Like they'll just revolt against you. Like uh like they'll do these things where like everyone will choose like the same like class type, and if you don't choose the same class type as them, uh they'll just fucking kill you at the beginning of the match.
that's fucked up.
Yeah, and that's not the end of it. And then they vote you out.
Damn. Oh, And then, oh man, and what drives me nuts is like, then you got to figure out why the fuck did I get booted? What I do wrong?
Yep. You gotta figure it out. Yeah, like while people are fucking cussing you out, and like my brother tells me, like they'll send them messages all the time, like, oh yeah, like oh you've been playing this for so long, and your KD so and so, like you're such a bot, you're trash, you're a scrub. And I was like, damn, they call people bots now. That's fucked up.
Jesus. So, so he must really fucking like that game in order to keep playing and put up with all that shit.
Oh, he loves it. He has religious experiences. He done had like people apologize to him because he like will just like kind of lecture them about how much of a piece of shit thing that was that they did, and like then they'll be like sending him game invites because they want to play with him, and then he'll just ignore them. It's like,
So wait. So they go full gamer trash on him, and then he turns around and just like brings it back to reality. He's like, "Yo, man, that really hurt. I want you to know, like, what you did right there. It hurt me real deep inside, and that shouldn't happen. I'm here to play a game, like just like you, man, just like you."
That's exactly what he does, dude.
Oh God.
It's brilliant. Like I mean, it kindness is the best weapon sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes I can imagine.
I had a dude. I used to work at Lowe's. I had a dude like go off on me one day because like this old woman beat him to my line, and she had two items, or she had like this dude had like maybe one or two items, and this woman had more items, but she beat him to the line, and she turned out to be mad fucking slow, which I know was irritating. Like she's slow. Like I'm sorry, but like but this dude got mad as a motherfucker, and he went off, and like it's like, man, I don't get paid enough for this shit, man. Like I'm a fucking cashier. Like I promise you I don't want to be here, and fuck you. Like I promise. Like that's how I felt. But like I was I was professional, and I was just like, hey man, look, I'm sorry. I would have done the same thing for you if the tables were turned. She got here first. I apologize. Like, but it is what it is. We're here now. Like, what do you want me to do about it? Like, I'm sorry. That's life. I apologize. I'm sorry she took so long. Like,
I used to say that every person should have to work like a shitty service job for at least a year, so that they can build that empathy and know what it's like to serve other people and have to put up with like other people's bullshit all the time. It's like, it's crazy what people think is okay. I mean, you see it all the time. I mean, that's what the whole Karen thing is built on, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And that guy actually came back and apologized to me.
Oh yeah.
Like dude, now there hadn't been too many situations at that job where I like had to walk away because and like go pace around somewhere and scream for 30 minutes because I was so fucking pissed off. Like I didn't have a whole lot of experiences like that at Lowe's. Like that was probably maybe the one of two. That might have even been the only one, but like because I had people like go off on me. Like I one woman told me to like burn in hell, and like I asked her for her number to like in case she had a Milo's thing or she wanted if she needed to return something, what's her number? And then she gave me all sixes, and I was like, I'm sorry ma'am, that number didn't work. And like I thought that was fucking hilarious, but like something about this guy, like he was just so like he wasn't like comically rude, he was just awful, and like it was just like this level of like it wasn't even entitlement as much as it was like road rage. Like dude was having a bad day clearly, and life just kind of caught him slipping, and here we were, and like and he just kind of like he just turned into that guy. Like he just turned into that fucking guy, and I didn't match that energy because like I don't know, that at that moment that just wasn't what I was gonna do. But like I gave him the a humane Lowe's cashier experience because I'm a good person, and then like a week later he came back and apologized. Like he just showed up at my line again and was like, hey man, like I want to apologize for the way I treated you the other day. I truly was having a really, really shitty day, and I don't know what got into me, And so I just want to offer you a formal apology, and I hope you have a great day. And I was like, oh, thank you, sir. Like that shit made my fucking day. And yeah, like
Yeah, man. I worked at bike shops, like bicycle shops, for like 7.5 years. I never experienced anything like that, where someone came back after giving me a hard time and apologized. Never got that. Uh, and I, like we had such pride in, always treating everybody like, like this honored guest. And there were some times I had one dude, like, he literally brought a bicycle to the store to be repaired, and the person that checked it in didn't see that the frame had a giant hole in it. Like, and so the mechanic, by the time the mechanic got to it, a day later, like, oh, we can't work on this because it's unsafe. We can't work on a thing and deliver it back in an unsafe condition. So we call the guy up, tell him, you got to come get your thing. It's got a hole rubbed in it from something, like, who knows how that happened.
right.
And he comes in absolutely livid, like off the fucking hook, upset, angry, yelling, I can't believe you did this to my bike. This is bullshit. And blah. I want to talk to the manager. Blah blah blah. Like, sir, I am the manager.
Damn.
And all you can do is like, no, I'm sorry you feel that way. This is clearly, it was brought in. Try to explain the whole thing. Like, no, I even took him in the back. I'm like, sir, I'll show you how we store the bike, so you can see that there's no possible way this could happen in our care. The bike was brought to us that way. Oh, I'm not telling you, you're full of shit and blah, blah. And then I was like, okay, we've done everything here. You're gonna have to leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that guy definitely didn't come back. But I've had other people, this one vile woman called me all sorts of names, and I was like, all right, I'm not gonna lose my cool. I never, ever, ever lost my cool to a customer. But I walked away and went into the back room where some other employees were.
Yeah, man, you got to get that shit out, man. Like that shit affects people.
And my boss is like, he's like, well, you can't just leave her out there. You got to go help the customer. I'm like, no, absolutely not. That is, to this day, she's one of the most vile human beings I've ever met. Not just because of the way she treated me, because of the way she treated everyone. But that's a longer story for another podcast.